What's going on, guys? It's the one Rallen Riko, and today we're here with something special. But first, as you can see, you're actually seeing me for once. That's because I need to call in some backup for this. So I dialed up my hashtag cardboard brother, and he's our cameraman today. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Emerald Gamer, or just Cole, I guess, in this instance. We're hashtag Card Boys, and we're doing this in collaboration for a segment that we're doing over at my channel, or I guess our collective channel. Channel? I don't know what a channel is.
Collective Camel.
Selective Camel. But The Mineral Gamers, if you're really interested in like actual like card game gameplay and like video game or IRL alike, please go check us out because it will be coming in the near future, and on with the deck profile, I guess.
Also, just one more thing on that. If you like any other things like Psychonauts, Red Dead, Breath of the Wild, all that's on there. I'm only in the Psychonauts Let's Play, so only watch that one first. But anyway, yes, we're here with a take 2 at the Thunder Dragon deck profile that I've been giving and saying and talking about, along with the Blue Eyes one.
Post ban list.
Yeah,
that happened like a month ago.
Yeah, the most previous brand list that dropped, I recorded the deck profile the day prior. 11 a.m. the next day, they banned Dark Matter and Summon Sorceress, fundamental elements to the deck that I couldn't just upload and say, just ignore that part. Like, if it was, and they knocked Sky Blaster to 1, if it was just that hit, I could have said, oh, just, here's the profile, just, you can only use one of him now, oh well. But since it was big fundamental hits that changed the entire landscape of the deck, I didn't think it'd do that this as much as it did, but a lot has changed. So, we redid it, finally got the time down, got all my combos, everything ready, and I'm ready to give you a nice, quick, beautiful deck profile. So let's get to it.
Alright, let's do it. On to
Zoom
the transition.
and
Zoom! Alright, here we are.
And I'm going to use my beautiful, trusty side mascot of Rayquaza. He's going to be right here, because I use tokens. I summon tokens off of Batman Solar and otherwise, so he'll be right there. And of course, straightforward, leading off is his Thunder Dragon, so 3 of the basic Thunder Dragon. Get your effects, more cards in hand for Directory Dangers.
Classic.
I run 2 of every other danger. You can run 3, you can run 1 of each. I just found I like 2. Some people don't like 2 Hawk and 2 Roar, but I've noticed that no matter what, you're always going to draw Roar, and you'd rather him be in the deck at all possible. So having 2 mitigates that, and it's never bad to have him. So if you can't send 1 from deck, but could discard the 1 from your hand to the graveyard off your danger, you got some plays there. Hawk is Hawk. It's free monster born for any of your Thunder Dragon cards from Banish or Graveyard. I just prefer to have 2. Some people like 1. It's all basic preference. On top of that as well, Thunder Dragon Duo. He's a 1-of. He's a level 8. That'll come into play later with the extra deck. He's great. Leaving him on field is lit because he has an effect during an opponent's end phase, and he gets bigger if you activate one of your effects in hand. All very useful. Let's scoop these up and go on. Still in the Thunder Dragon part of this would be the beautiful Batteryman Solar.
He's your that OTS super though.
I thought the only OTS thing in this video.
It's pretty good.
But he was long awaited. He was a common. He's from a recent set, but he's way too good. He should have got it sooner. But Batteryman Solar, he's your main go-to normal summon because you can summon him. You can dump any thunder from your deck to grave. Usually dark, or usually Roar, Thunder Dragon Roar. My bad. And then if you special summon a thunder monster while he's on the field, you get a token. So if you have him, Hawk back Roar, you get a token. You're already at 3 monsters on board. All you need is 1 more to go into Saruja or any of the other plays. Very useful, very good, and now he finally has the rarity that he deserves. And then, of course, this is Danger Thunder, because I don't like having money. So, 3 Nessie, 3 Snake, 3 Jackalope, 1 Bigfoot, and I also run 1 Mothman.
Woo, Mothman!
They're all beautiful, all great, all expensive. We all know what they do. They are all discard effects. You show them, you get a body on board and a draw, or you get another effect. All very useful. I keep the 1 Bigfoot because he is a level 8, and that comes into play with my rank 8 players and otherwise, so I like to have him around if I can. And he's good. He's useful. His discard effect can come into play if you need it.
He's at least big.
Yeah. Then Mothman, he's just a spare another one. Some people like him, some people don't. I get that giving your opponent a draw and discard can be a problem, but
Detrimental, but not detrimental enough.
Yeah, but I mean, it's Mothman. It's a danger, and if you want to switch him out, you can gladly switch him out for anything else. And then of course, the engine for the guard dragons,
which is quite big.
Yeah, it's big,
quite a big engine,
like the other half of the deck basically, or like third of the deck. So I run 3 River Bursters and 2 Collapse Serpents in French. These are the main play starters for your guard dragon plays. He's the main one. If you open him in Solar, you basically get full combo, barring you have like 1 danger in hand, because you summon Solar, send Roar to grave, summon him by banishing Roar. Because of that, Roar summons 1 from deck to field, and because you did that, now you have a token off of Solar, so you got 4 monsters on board. Go into Saruja, and on that, you can also chain block your Saruja, make Saruja chainlink 1, him chainlink 2, and the Dark you summoned off of Roar chainlink 3. So if they're going to ash something, they have to ash the last one, which would be Roar, so you still get your draws. You get your Collapse Serpent, which you need to go off in the Guard Dragon plays. And then you also get something. Usually off of that specific combo, I'll add Thunder Dragon Duo off of Dark, just because I want to have the level 8 there. And since I run 2 Hawks or whatever, go off Saruja, I have a good chance of drawing it, or otherwise. Along with the other draw card, which you'll see in a second, which you can probably already assume. Then also going off that, we run the one Eclipse Wyvern. He's been kind of outclassed by a new card I'll show in a second, but he's still really good. You can still make use of him. You can still abuse him. Very useful. Then also on that, we get Darkest Diablos.
What an amazing card.
He can help with ripping a card out of your opponent's hand. If you have the ability, which is pretty often, to have a spare Dark to get rid of on the field, you can have him, because he summons himself off tributing a Dark monster. So when you are going into Colossus, if you tribute a Roar or a Dark, he'll summon himself from your hand or graveyard if you have him there already.
Meanest structure deck of all time. Meanest.
Then also on that, mention the guy who kind of replaced Eclipse Wyvern is Omni Dragon Brotar. People slept on this card when it first came out, and now it's spiked up to like $15.
This card kind of clean.
He's beautiful. You summon him off the Guard Dragons or Heretic Seal, whatever. When he's special summoned, you can discard a card from your hand, target another card on the field, and add a card with the same type and attribute but different name. Usually that's how you target himself to add Chaos Dragon Livionaire, who is an absolute bully and mean. Free level 8. You gotta send 3. His cost is heavy because you do have to send 3, banish 3 from your graveyard. But he has different effects based on light, dark, or both. All of them are good. He's just beautiful. This card's insane. I'm glad he exists. His art is just beautiful.
It's very nice.
He's a very dramatic and cool card, and he's a dragon, so he's amazing. Then 2 new additions are Armageddon Knight. Shout out to Akeem. And then we have Destrudo. He's also a dragon, so what you do here, you can normal Armageddon Knight. You can send Roar or otherwise, because you have to send a dark monster. So normal him, or if you need to, you can special summon him off Saruja to get where you need to go. And send Destrudo. That's the main one you want to send, Destrudo. Then pay half your life points, summon him back. You got your dragon that you need for your Guard Dragon plays, and you can go off for there. Yes, you are sacrificing half your life points, but that's not too big of a problem unless you're facing something that's really going to burn you. Otherwise, you can just... you'll have a board that they can't deal with, and you can just handle their field. So then when it's back to your turn again, you can just end the game there. So put these back. And then the only spell card played is Pot of Greed, but it's called Seconds Light. It's a free +2. It's straightforward, easy, great. I know when it comes to Mystic Mind, this is the only spell we have. It's a pain, but that's what game 2 and 3 are for.
Just make sure it's the only spell and trap you're running.
It fixes bad hands. It gets you into your combo pieces. It's just a great card overall. And it's just great. And now, speaking of great, we're going into the extra deck now. We have the Guard Dragons, LP, Pisty. No, that's not a Guard Dragon.
That's not a Guard Dragon. I don't know about you, but...
These ones are what's going to enable you to summon a big hot red monster coming up. The play here is you get into Saruja, one of your little dragons, which of course I also play 2 Saruja. You can play 3, but I play 2. 1 if you want to prepare for if he ever gets hit on the list. If he was gonna get a hit, he probably wouldn't have hit by now. So
Most likely, yeah.
just safe for a while, but the man list ever looms. You never know. But what you want to do is have Saruja go into your use a Eclipse, or not Eclipse Wyvern. Well, yes, Eclipse Wyvern in a second, but Wither Burst or whatever. Summon LP here. Summon Eclipse Wyvern or Brotar from deck. Do their effects. Use that to summon Pisty. Summon back that Brotar or what have you from graveyard here.
Get back Red Eyes Darkness Metal.
That is a possibility. Get rid of this for Argapane, and you can summon your beautiful, beautiful Hot Red Dragon Archfiend right here. He'll gain the boost from Saruja. That'll make him 3,500, that much bigger, and he's in the gate. The whole Guard Dragon engine is to summon him because he's a big free negate. He can negate during either player's turn. Face-up cards your opponent wants to drop evenly matched, he can negate it. Regeki, he can negate it. Anything, if activate Widow Anchor, he can negate it. Any face-up card on either player's field, he can negate. It's very useful. And he's busted. So then, of course, just Rujo here. Heavenly Spheres, he's kind of new. He just came out. He's great too. If you want to play with Morphage Goliath or Morphage Sloth, this one can help you summon it because you summon it during your end phase. So you have one space open. Usually mine's on the left and he's in your extra monster zone. Excuse me. During your opponent's turn, you contribute one card you control in your hand or field and return one face-up card to the hand. If you do that, say they normal summon something important, you can summon him instead. Give me just a second. My mouth is getting dry. You can summon him, and if you contribute him instead, because if he's tributed, you can special summon a dragon from your deck, which could be Brotar, it could be Diablos, it could be any just dragon. And since the Morphages count are dragons, you can summon that. Even though their attack and defense becomes 0, you can use Hope Harbinger to direct attack to him so they stay on the field and block your opponent for the turn. Very good card, very useful, very convenient. Great card, and it's pretty artwork. Then a new addition is Beat Cop. She can help you if you get stuck, because let's say you have something that will add something from your deck to hand on the field and a danger, and you can't go any farther than that. You can go into her, and then with another monster, you can go into Triple Burst, and this will enable your full combo for your Guard Dragons, because you can do the Guard Dragons with her, because she has downward, left, and right arrows. Her effect doesn't really matter. It's if you use 2 darks, you can put a patrol token, and if that card will be destroyed, the token goes instead.
It's helpful, but not necessary.
Helpful, but most of the cards at this point, and at that point in the combo, the card you're putting it on probably isn't staying on the field long enough for it to matter. But you can summon them here, go into Triple Burst, and get your play off to summon Archbrave down there. Or not Archbrave, why do I keep saying Archbrave? Hot Red Dragon Archfiend. Very useful, cool cards. Really good. She was slept on at first, but no, she's very useful. Then, of course, we got some Nightmares. You can't help it. It's a free link 2, free link 3. You get a discard, get an effect. And with something like Mystic Mine, let's say it's game 2, they pull it on you. You can go into Unicorn and then go into Nightmare Phoenix down here. And they're co-linked. Every turn you'll draw mandatory 2 cards because they're co-linked. And sooner or later you're going to draw into your Twin Twisters, and you can get rid of that card and then continue on with your plays. Unicorn deals with problematic cards by just spinning them back to deck. There's not many cards that are immune to being spin back to deck. There's not much you can really do about it. It is free good disruption of monsters that you really need to get rid of. And Unicorn. Phoenix is Phoenix. Pop a card on the field. I think it's Spell and Traps, if I remember. Or, Spell and Trap cards. Convenient. Let's say they have some you really need to get rid of that stops something you need to get rid of. Or such as the 2 Draco cards. Any floodgates like that, Phoenix can help get rid of. You can also run Service if you really want, but Phoenix is better of the 2 in my opinion. And then for the rank 8 plays, we have Hope Harbinger, free negate of a spell card during either player's turn, very good. And his Forgotten second effect is that he can redirect attacks to him.
Yep.
So let's say they activate. So let's say you had the Amorphage Goliath on field with 0 attack and defense off of Celestial Spears. They go to attack it, use his effect, discard something, probably something you took from them. Let's say they activated Regeki or something like that. You took it, get rid of that to negate it, and then they make the tag attack to him. And he's 3k, so they have to have a really big monster. So let's say they only have an 1800 attack monster they can get normally from their main deck, which is more than enough to kill a 0 defense monster. But if you redirect attack to him, they're taking good damage. That monster's being destroyed, and they still can't use their extra deck. Very good card overall.
Just make sure you're using that negate wisely.
Yeah. There's many spell cards that will try to bait it. You got to hit the one that hurts the most. And then one that's bringing back from my Blue Eyes days, which people are starting to remember again. This card is dumb for no reason.
Giant Jur. Oh, yep. I was wrong.
Number 68, Seraphond, the Sky Prison. He's absurd, especially summoned under Saruja. He'll be a base 2400 attack and base 3000 defense. If you do it there, he gains 100 for every card in both players' graveyards. So since this deck is dumping your entire deck to the graveyard to enable Chaos Place and otherwise, he's easily 3k, 4k, especially if your opponent does it too.
Bring a couple 20-sided die to the duels, people.
Yeah.
You don't need to count over and over and over again. Make the games go as
I'm
quick as possible
time.
Unless you're trying to kill time.
But and then also his effect, he can discard one from him. Then until the end of your opponent's next turn, he can't be destroyed by card effects. So they have to attack him or otherwise kaiju him if they can. But the issue with that is they gotta have it, and he's usually too big, especially in defense mode. He's usually like over 4k defense. It's hard just to run into him like that and try to just destroy him outright with battle, unless you have something such as Borload, Bull Sword, something like that. He can be a big problem for decks that can't out him, and he can just, and also on that, neither player can summon stuff from their graveyard too, if you activate his effect. So even though it doesn't really matter for you during your turn, that can stall people's turns out completely. Like in the mirror match, this hurts a lot because we summon from the graveyard a lot. Like Pitsy wouldn't work because I couldn't summon from graveyard. I had to summon from banish. He can just shut down many things. Some Mangates have trouble with it too. Just if they can't summon from graveyard or get over it, they're out of luck. And then the namesake of the deck, the guy who's on this mat, finally in the rarity he deserves, 2 Colossus, ultimate rare, beautiful. Cards a walking mistake. Your opponent can't search if he's on the field. They can draw cards. They can't search.
One of the finest ulti rares of all time.
Beautiful cards. And then, of course, he has his built-in protection. You can't be destroyed by battle card effect, because if you would, you banish a Thunder from graveyard anyway, and then you can get an effect off that if you banish Roar during your opponent's turn or what have you. You gain advantage. He's just an advantage builder. Hard to get over. He's at 2900 if you summon under Saruja. He's a problem. And if you really need to, he can be used for rank 8 plays. I only run 2. 3 is just too much. You never really do it. If you're going to do that, you might be burning one for your rank 8s. But you don't really need to do that. Usually you can end with the 2 Colossus. And some decks just can't handle that. Especially with how this is. I'll give you an idea of what the common board is that you end with when all is said and done. So how I do it is I'll have Heavenly Spears up here, Colossus in defense here, Colossus in defense here from the, when we're starting over here, have him still down here, and in the middle of these two, you either have Sky Prison, or you'll have, where do you go? Hope Harbinger. All depends the matchup. You never know. It's all on you. If you're going in blind, I would probably go with Sky Prison, just because it can stun on a deck. Because if they don't use many spells, or their spells aren't something you really need to worry about, then Hope Harbinger is just kind of there. But it's usually the end board. You can do it pretty often. Even this deck can play through negates. It can play through ashes, hand traps. It can push through very far. They really have to have a lot of things to stop you. So, otherwise than that, this is the extra deck. Straightforward. There's some variances, but the extra deck is very tight. There's not much room for change otherwise. So it's all, some things are preference, like you don't have to run the nightmare monsters, but you have to run the guard dragons otherwise. You can still run a pure variant, but Danger Thunder is obviously the best one at the moment. Then my side deck, which is going to change a little bit. My side deck is always a mess. It's always different things. I change it up a lot, but this is just what I have at the moment. It's probably going to change. The side deck is always up to you. What's in your location? What's prevalent at your locals, your regionals? What do you think you're going to see? So this is just a suggestion of things. Don't take it to heart. I'm running 3 Kaijus. Gameciel, the Mega Turtle, the best Kaiju. He is not Godzilla, as much as people think he is. Dodoron is Godzilla. In the Kaiju archetype, he is Gameciel. He is Gamera, the friend of all children. Great card. Kaijus are Kaijus. Straightforward. Pankratops, same thing. He demands an answer. If they have something you need to get on the field, he's a free summon. He contribute himself to get rid of things. He's a 2600 beater, so if you can't destroy it, you can run it over. Great card. Of course, Twin Twisters, back row removal is very necessary, especially with Mystic Mind kind of floating around. Starting to die down, but a lot of back row heavy decks. Twin Twisters great and can trigger off your dangers too. Denko Sekka, I'm probably going to bump her up to 3. She just, again with the back row decks, summon Denko Sekka. You can't activate. If they don't have a Solemn card to respond, it's over. She's a great card. And she's a Thunder too, so you can use her for your Thunder Dragon plays if need be. What? What's so funny about Denko Sekka?
There's nothing funny about her. Nothing at all.
And of course, Red Reboot.
Nice.
This might be sided out soon because of the time rules, you know. You don't want to, going into game 3, you don't want to spend half your life points to negate something, and then your opponent just says, I'll stall out for the next 2 minutes and end my turn, and, I'm at 8k, you're at 4k. Sucks. But, good card all around. And then this one might get changed to as a side for the extra deck. Scar Red Dragon Archfiend, he's for the end of match procedures. Let's say there's only 5 to 10 minutes left in time, and I'm going in my turn. I can waste time doing my plays. Because my plays alone, even if I'm going fast, take 8-10 minutes to do. And I can go through my God Dragon plays, set up my board, what have you. And when time is called, destroy a bunch of monsters on the field. Your opponent takes 500 for each one. For every special summon one destroyed by this effect with lower attack points. And that can win you the game right then and there. You'll be at 8,000. You can probably do like 1,500 to 2k any given time and just make your opponent cry. And then, of course, I have a bunch of tokens. This is my field set. I use these for field centers and tokens. I won that. And then I like Pokemon. As you guys know, if you're relevant to the channel, these are just my tokens. Pretty cards. But that is a deck profile. That's everything we need to do. If you liked the video, leave a like down below. Subscribe for more. Give me your insights. I'm going to be posting this around in different groups. What do you think? What should I change? Have any suggestions? Let me know. What do you think? Did you like it? Do you want to see more deck profiles like this? We got 2 coming. This one and one from Mr. Emerald Gamer across from me. And
I talk a lot. Just don't worry about it, everybody. I just talk. Just fair warning. Shit's 30 minutes.
But tell me what you think. Leave a like down below. Comment, subscribe, all that. Check out the Mineral Gamers as well. Hey. I've been the one Rallen Riko. I'll see you guys next time.